My thoughts of the new atheism movement: I think it's a movement of hate and ignorance. They're hostile to anyone who probably sees more out of the world in terms of, because the new atheists rely heavily on the metaphysical naturalism, believing that anything they sense is they believe, and they have very hard time accepting anything that they could sense indirectly. As long as it's, but they only accept things that are allowed by the principle of metaphysical naturalism, like say for like certain atoms and stuff. You can't sense those directly, but you can sense them indirectly. And also the main thing that the new atheist movement, they're just really hostile to faith, and they forget the lessons of the past. And when someone thinks they're better than someone else, that leads to a negative path. We could see with Marxism, where they try to set up this society, and it's a whole world. Marxism, it's a whole world view. Anyone who believed in the fundamental Marxism, anyone who had a Christian worldview or another religion worldview, were viewed as hostile to society and were either sent to education camps or probably more severe. And this is what arrogance and pride can do. Our society, that were the religious freedom we're enjoying, came at a price. During the Reformation, it's when Christians had disagreements and they fought wars and fought them, because since Christians, there were still Christians cared for each other. They came up with the idea to make peace, and that's what started the idea of, I guess, religious freedom and secularism. Secularism does not mean the whole nation is all metaphysical naturalists. It just means you have a religious freedom. But however, I think when you got through the Enlightenment, it changed to only a metaphysical society. And just my concern is these new atheists will, if the movement gets too big, it gets too much movement, it could erase this religious freedom, and where you're only allowed to be a metaphysical naturalist. I'm not using atheist terms because I don't think atheists should not use it anymore. They should call them a metaphysical naturalist, because that explains what they do believe and what their worldview system thoughts up, what things they find susceptible, and all those things. Because you can't keep on using, atheists cannot keep on using atheism and because it doesn't describe their worldview. And there's different flavors that fall in, like Marxism, secular humanism, and existentialism. Those are just my thoughts, and I'm just more of hope that the movement dies down, the hate dies down, but probably not likely to happen because of the pride and arrogance. When someone thinks they're better than somebody and feels it's like this, that's it.